I see the moon. I hope the moon sees me. Hi, friends. I get to see all of the first graders today. Hi, Mrs. Angelis's class. Hi, Mrs. Cummings. Hello, Mrs. Lane's class. Hi, Mrs. Yoshizaki's class. And hello, my class. It's good to see everyone. Today, I am going to share an Eric Carle story called Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me. I chose this book because it has beautiful illustrations, which I will show you as we read. I also want you to know that this book, like several Eric Carle books, has something special about it. As you read through, you'll definitely notice. Today, we are going to focus on a habit that good readers have, which is at the end of a book, we do something. Today, we are going to do a story retelling that retells who the characters are, what the setting is, where the story happens. We're going to tell what happens in the beginning, what happens in the middle, and finally what happens at the end. And then we're going to do something really fun having to do with the moon and the moon phases. So let's get to reading. Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle. I've noticed that his books always have really beautiful end paper. Papa, Please Get the Moon for Me by Eric Carle. We can see lots of different moons. I bet you've noticed how the moon changes and a star at the end. Before Monica went to bed, she looked out of her window and saw the moon. The moon looked so near. I wish I could play with the moon, thought Monica, and reached for it. But no matter how much she stretched, she could not touch the moon. I bet you guys have noticed that sometimes the moon looks really, really big. Sometimes it even seems like it's following you. Papa, said Monica to her father, please get the moon for me. Being the wonderfully nice dad that her father is, oh my goodness, look. Papa got a very long ladder. So long that it goes from one page to a second page. Oh my goodness. To a third page and even a fourth page. I think that Monica is one very lucky daughter to have her father get a ladder that long. Let's see what happens. There he is, carrying that long ladder. He carried the very long ladder toward a very high mountain. Okay, we see the mountain here. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, that is one tall ladder. Then Papa put the very long ladder on top of the very high mountain. So I didn't point out as we started reading, but this is the special thing I was talking about that some Eric Carle books have. They have fold outs and fun pages to look at. Up and up and up he climbed. Wow, he is all the way up at the moon. Oh, here's another special page. Oh my heavens. We have to be careful that this page folds out the way it should. We can't even get the whole thing in our camera here. I'm going to have to show you. Here's the top of the book page. And here's, well, I can't even reach the bottom yet. Here's the bottom. Here's Monica's papa right there. Wow. Finally, Papa got to the moon. My daughter Monica would like to play with you, said Papa, but you are much too big. Every night I get a little smaller, said the moon. When I am just the right size, you can take me with you. Oh, let's see what happens next. And indeed, the moon got smaller and smaller and smaller. When the moon was just the right size, Papa took it. Down and down and down he climbed. Wow, he looks so tiny. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of the mountain. Here, said Papa to Monica, I have the moon for you. Monica jumped and danced with the moon. She hugged the moon and threw it into the air. But the moon kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And finally, it disappeared altogether. There she is in her house. Then one night, Monica saw a thin sliver of the moon reappear. Each night, the moon grew. And grew. And grew. Until it was a full moon again. Look at that. We can see that in Eric Carle's drawing, it does look like eyes, a nose, and a mouth. And sometimes when we look at the moon, if we imagine really hard, we can see a face on the moon too. But the moon doesn't really have a face, does it? All right. Friends, I would like to show you what you will be doing in Seesaw. To Seesaw today. You are going to see our assignment has a place to retell. Papa, please get the moon for me. Who are our characters? I know two for certain, and you may decide that the moon is a character. You decide. The setting, where does it take place? Where does all the action happen? Then I'd like you to either write or draw the beginning, the middle, and the end. Okay, friends. The next thing I'd like you to notice is that I include a calendar that shows all the phases of the moon. And I include a blank calendar so that you can track it on your own. After reading this story, I think the best thing that you can do to show that good readers do something after they're finished with a book is to take this calendar and track the moon. Today, Tuesday the 29th, the moon is almost full, but it will be all the way full soon. And then it stays that way for a few days. Then each day after that, it starts getting smaller and smaller and smaller until it looks like there's no moon at all. And then it will start getting bigger and bigger and bigger again. Before you know it, it will be another full moon. And when a moon goes all the way through a cycle, that's how long a month is. I want you to track it for a month if you can and see if I'm right. Does it take a whole month to go from full moon to full moon? Let me know. Bye, friends. It was really nice reading to you today. Have a wonderful afternoon.